Hi everyone, I'm Brianna and welcome to Roll Initiative. Today I'm going to be talking about one skill that you can master to become a much better DM. So, let's get started. Okay, now what is this skill? It's learning to let your players use their abilities. And what I mean by this is that it's quite common for players to have abilities that they're really looking forward to using, but never get to use them. And sometimes the reason for that is the DM purposefully avoiding letting them use it. Such as if one of your players is a Dragonborn and they'd have resistance to a certain type of elemental damage. So then, what do you normally do as a DM? You want to make combat challenging, so you're not likely to get enemies with that elemental damage type to fight that player. And while it makes strategic sense, then it doesn't feel great for the player if that ability never comes into use. Not much is more exciting to a D&D player than their character pulling off something really cool or having an awesome ability that they find really useful. So they're going to be so happy and excited when the DM gives them enemies that they're going to be good at fighting, or when they give them a certain situation where their ability really shines through. This is so much funner for your players than specifically trying to avoid anything that your players are really good at just because you think it will make the game easy and it won't be as challenging. Because you can just give them a bigger bad guy or a higher leveled opponent that is going to be fun for them to fight, but is also going to be challenging. When your players talk about their character's skills or even show you their character sheet, then they want you to see their abilities and they want you to come up with cool ways for them to use those abilities and give them opportunities to do so. They don't want you to come up with ways to nerf them and design a lot of encounters and situations where their abilities won't help them, especially if their characters have a lot of abilities that are rather situational. Then it can feel really great for them to have you give them specific opportunities to use it. Your players are going to enjoy the game so much more if they've had these cool highlights throughout it where their characters were really cool and useful. They're going to remember that time that they used their ability and did something really awesome much more than a random combat encounter, even if it was really challenging and really well planned. It is really easy to make mistakes, especially when you've got as much to think about as a dungeon master does. So, when you give your players a new ability or an item and you realize that it's not quite working right or that it's overpowered, then it's okay to just admit that you made a mistake and talk to them about ways that you can fix it. This is also the same if you've made a mistake in your ruling or you've sort of subconsciously been making situations that avoid letting your players use all of their new abilities, and you want to apologize for that and start giving them opportunities to use their abilities. Your players will feel like they can talk to you and feel much more connected to you if you admit that you can make mistakes. But this is the end of the video, and I want to thank you for watching all this way, and I really hope you liked it. And if it was helpful, then I'd really appreciate it if you'd give the video a like, or maybe even subscribe to my channel. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.